This edition of My Wisconsin is brought to you courtesy of Wisconsin's famous weather, and it's rain. Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of My Wisconsin. Boy, what a difference a week makes. Last week it was beautiful and sunny and warm. Today it's cold and blustery, but welcome to spring in Wisconsin. I thought, what would be a good theme today for cold and blustery? So I decided to come to the shores of Lake Michigan. I'm going to make two stops today. First one here in Racine at Wind Point, at the Wind Point Lighthouse. And then later I'm going to travel up to Milwaukee and I'm going to go to the North Point Lighthouse. So we're going to get a look around at the grounds here first and try to brave the weather and see what we got going on. So let's go. I don't know if the microphone's picking this up or not with all the wind, but look at all the geese. Wow. All right, I'm going to turn around here. And we are at the 1910 Fuel Building restored in 2012 by the friends of the Wind Point Lighthouse. Pretty cool. Alright, this is the Foghorn House, or the quote-unquote new signal building built in 1900. If you look, and see if I can get up a shot up there, there we go. That looks like the Foghorns. That is really cool. And is it operating today? Oh, it's closed. Wow, look at all the birds flying up here. Seagulls, geese, duck. I'm gonna be quiet here and let the camera go just to get some sounds of the waves crashing here. It is really windy today. That was pretty cool. All right, so we're going to be going up to Milwaukee here from Racine. It's about a half-hour, 40-minute ride up to North Point Lighthouse. That one I'll be able to get a chance to go up into the lighthouse and get some great views of Lake Michigan on a cold and blustery day. So let's get in the car and we'll get going. So here we are on Milwaukee's northeast side. We are in a very, very beautiful neighborhood. I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can get a look at it. You can see some of the historic homes that surround the area. There's my car parked there. Well, the weather remains the same, but there is the North Point Lighthouse. And it's basically across the street from all those beautiful houses I just showed you here. And nestled in, of course, amongst the woods and the lake shore. So let's go in and see if we can get a chance to climb up the lighthouse tower and get a good view of the lake. So we're going to go into the North Point Lighthouse here. It is an iron lighthouse built in the 1880s. And I'm going to go check it out. Okay, we got a good peek around the museum and then we're heading up into the tower. Let's go see what's going on up here. So we're up on the watch deck here. just below the lantern room. Let's see. That's the street side. Some of the park. So we're up just below the lantern room. And across from the steps is one of the portholes they can see out through the lake. So to get to the lantern room, gotta climb this ladder. Let's get up there. All right, we're up in the lantern room. Wow. 360-degree view of where I'm at here. There's down Milwaukee, where we came from. And of course, beautiful lakefront. All right, before I head back down, I thought I'd get a shot. So if you're scared of heights, like the last video I took out in New Glarus, hold on. It is the bottom of the tower from where we're standing. All right, let's go down. Don't mind me just shooting people's feet. All right, 10 points for anybody can tell me what this is. Clock is ticking, I'll tell you in a second. It is called a binnacle. Binnacle is a case of a wooden ship generally mounted in front of the helmsman, which navigation instruments are placed. Its traditional purpose was to hold the ship's magnetic compass, mounted in gimbals to keep it level when the ship pitched and rolled on the seas. That's pretty cool. Let's see what's down in there. I don't know if the camera's going to be able to pick it up. Oh yeah, there's the compass down in there. Pretty cool. Here's something pretty cool. It's called a Lyle gun. That would be where if a ship was stranded offshore, they would stuff a cannonball or projectile tied to a rope, fired off towards the ship, and were able to haul the ship or the men in. How do I know that? That side. Pretty cool. All right, exiting the warmth of the museum, we're going to check out the grounds. I talked to the gal in the museum, and she said that there is a really cool road out in front, as I'd mentioned when I was up in the tower, that Model Ts used to drive on the road past the lighthouse here, but now it's closed, and it's for pedestrian traffic only. I'm going to go a little further down in, and then I'm going to get some shots of the lighthouse here so you can see where I was, and of course, the beautiful architecture that it is. All right, so here we are on ground level, and you followed up, and that's where I was. Quite a climb. Let's head down here. I'm going to get a picture of this sign I see. All right, as it looks like just a walking path, but this at one time was a road for Model Ts that used to drive up and down during that time period. And what it says here, the North Point Light Station has a long history of guiding mariners to Milwaukee. Its location was chosen to mark the north point of Milwaukee Bay. Erected in 1887 and first lit in 1888, it was a 39-foot octagonal cast iron tower which replaced an 1855 Cream City brick lighthouse, which was built too close to the eroding cliff. Neat. I'm going to walk out on one of the bridges. You can kind of get a view of what this bridge looks over and how close we are to Lake Michigan and how high up we are from So my last couple shots last week, today, and now even again. If you're afraid of heights, well done. Whoa, we're way up. I don't know if the camera's getting into perspective, but wow. We're getting embankment there. And I'm going to zoom in on the lakefront here. We're quite a ways up. We're up in the tree line here. Let me spin around and show you the other direction here. Beautiful walking trail through the woods here. You would never know we're less than a couple miles away from downtown Milwaukee. Such a beautiful location. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. Even though it's a cold and damp day out, I had a chance to see some really cool historical sites here. If you guys want to find out anything about some lighthouses around the state of Wisconsin, I'm going to put a link down below, and of course the link to Wisconsin tourism. So where am I going from here? I don't know. Hopefully it's going to be warmer. I know starting tomorrow the spring and summer tourist season really kicks off, so hopefully the weather will get warmer and I can get further out and do some more things for you guys. Thanks for coming along, and we'll see you next time on My Wisconsin.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin, and I know it's never gonna end, 'cause you've been a good friend.
This edition of My Wisconsin is brought to you by rain.